Yes, good morning, children. My name is Ambikapathy, PGT Geography, KV2 HAPP TRICHY. I have prepared class 11 Geography. That India book that is lesson chapter 8, composition of atmosphere. Today you are going to learn about importance of that atmosphere. Now you can see that composition of the atmosphere. Okay. Now we can see here one by one. See composition of atmosphere. So what do you mean by composition? See composition mean what? Now all combined gas combined together is called composition. So in that our atmosphere you can see that our earth atmosphere having now 100% gases. In that you can find out now nitrogen 78% and oxygen 21% and carbon dioxide and other rare gases 1%. So all together which make 100% combined together is called composition of atmosphere. Now you can see that composition of atmosphere in that the atmosphere is composed of gases, water vapor and dust particle. The proportion of gases changes in the higher layer of the atmosphere in such a way that oxygen will be almost in negligible quantity at the height of 120 km. Similarly, carbon dioxide and water vapor are found only up to 90 km from the surface of the earth. Next coming to gases. So there are different type of gases found in the atmosphere. So the first one here given the carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide it is one of the important very important gas, and it is transparent to the incoming solar radiation, but opaque to the outgoing terrestrial radiation. It absorbs the parts of terrestrial radiation and reflect back some of it toward the earth's surface. It is largely responsible for the greenhouse effect. Then next that is ozone. So ozone is one of the gases very important. It is found in the second layer of the atmosphere in that stratosphere. So the ozone is an important component of the atmosphere found between 10 to 50 km above the earth's surface and act as a filter and absorb the ultraviolet ray radiation from the sun and prevent them from the reaching to the earth. Then next other important that water vapor. So water vapor also present in the atmosphere. So which decrease with altitude. In the warm and wet tropic, it may account for 4% of the air by volume. While in the dry and cold area of desert and polar region, it may be less than 1% of the air. So water vapor also decrease from the equator toward the pole. It also absorbs parts of the insulation from the sun and preserve earth radiated heat. So this act as a blanket. So allowing the earth neither to become too cold or not hot. So water vapor also contribute to the stability and instability of the air. Next coming to dust particle. So in the atmosphere there are many dust particles present in the atmosphere. They play very important role for formation of clouds. See the dust particle there are different source include sea salt, fine soil, smoke soot, ash, pollen, dust and disintegrate particle of meteors. So dust particles are generally concentrated in the lower layer of the atmosphere, yet convectional air current may transport them to greater height. So the higher concentration of dust particle is found in the subtropical and temperate region due to the dry wind in comparison to the equatorial and polar region. Dust and salt particle act as a hygroscopic nucleus around which water vapor condense to produce clouds. Next coming to structure of the atmosphere. So very well about there are 5 layer of the atmosphere layer according to the altitude. Now we can discuss one by one. The first one is troposphere. So here given different layer. Now we can see that now according to the layer that altitude kilometer given. Here given troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. now we can see that now the troposphere. Troposphere layer is one of the most important layer, which is extended roughly to the height of 8 km near to the pole and 18 km from the equator. Thickness of this troposphere is greater at the equator because heat is transported to great height by strong convectional current. So this layer contains dust particle and water vapor. All weather phenomena take place only in this layer only. Wind movement, cloud formation, causes of rainfall. Okay, all the weather phenomena take place only in the troposphere layer only. So the temperature in this layer decrease at the rate of 1 degree for every 165 meter height from the equator. So it is called normal lapse rate. Next, coming to tropopause. It is a layer which are separating the troposphere and the stratosphere. So the next one is coming to stratosphere. Stratosphere layer found above the troposphere. Then this layer extend up to 50 kilometer. One important feature that stratosphere is that it contain the ozone layer, so which can filter the harmful ultraviolet rays which directly coming from the sun. The second one is this layer is more important for jet craft, because this area having that wind velocity is very high, so that jet crafts are they can save the time and save the fuel. So this layer is more important that stratosphere layer. Then mesosphere and ionosphere. See, the mesosphere which extended up to height of 80 km. In this layer, once again temperatures start decreasing with increasing altitude and reaches up to minimum 100 degrees Celsius at the height of 80 km. So the upper limit of the mesosphere is known as mesopause. Next coming to ionosphere. So what is ionosphere? Ionosphere which is located between 80 and 400 km above the mesopause. It contains electrically charged particle known as ion, and hence it is known as an ionosphere. So this layer which can reflect the radio wave energy transmitting from the earth or reflected back to the earth by this layer. So temperature here start increasing with height. Then next one is thermosphere. So the uppermost layer of the atmosphere is known as exosphere. So this layer height highest layer and is gradually merge with the outer space. I think you understood about this chapter. Thank you, children.